Hello, I'm back to make an essential oil soap. So you asked, I asked a while back what you'd like to see me make, and you mentioned the coffee soap, which I've already done, and you also mentioned the essential oil soap. So I've made Sunwise again, which is this one. This one is a blend of orange, litsea and bergamot. So it's a very nice citrusy, beautiful blend, and it's made with turmeric and kaolin clay. And it's really, really good. There's just something about an essential oil soap and an all natural coloured soap that just gets me. So I'm going to be making more of these. So since I've been asked to do more essential oil soaps, and I'll show you more, because I do actually make quite a number of them, but I don't always film them. So I'll try and do some more, and we'll try and sort of make some more blends up so I can give you some ideas for what blends to use in your own soaps. So if you want to see how I made Sunwise, then stay tuned. Also, if you want to soap along with me, or you want to get your hands on my recipe, the link is below. That's in the description. There'll also be an info card somewhere pop up on the screen. So when you see in the top right corner of the screen somewhere along this video, you'll see it will say get my recipe or buy my recipe. You'll be able to do that from there, and also in the description below. Also, if you haven't subscribed, I generally try and make 2 videos a week, but I've been a bit off course recently just because I've had a lot of mail order to deal with, so I haven't been able to make as many videos just over the last sort of month or so. I've done some lives, but I haven't been doing sort of my regular videos, but generally I'll make 2 a week. So hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and then you'll see when all my new videos go up. So let's get started on this one. I'll show you how I made it. Okay, lye going in. Again, excuse the cloudiness, it's just been sort of made up from my master batch. So sometimes it looks cloudy. With a master batch, I make up a 50-50 water and lye solution, or water and caustic soda to make my lye solution, and I just add my extra water to it. Okay, so stick blend this together. Okay, so since this soap, everything gets chucked in together, I'm going to throw in my kaolin clay. And then my turmeric. So I'm going to stick blend while I add this slowly. Then I'm going to add my essential oils. So this will fade a little bit. So whilst it looks really bright orange right now, it actually does fade over time to a sort of, well, just a lot paler. Okay, so essential oils of orange, litsea and bergamot, which is a bergaptine-free bergamot. I'll show you the bottle. I get mine from Mystic Moments. This is the only one I'm allowed to use because the other one contains 2 harsher allergens. So Mystic Moments I get mine from, who are the same as New Directions if that's what you've got in your country. We have both, but it's a franchise. Okay, so I'm just going to get that in. To loosen up that soap batter a bit more. So with these essential oils, I use orange, and I use a 5-fold orange, which is stronger than just regular, and you can get 10-fold as well, but I've never been able to get 10-fold in this country, but we can get 5-fold. Again, Mystic Moments. And then the if I was to just use orange on its own, it wouldn't stick in the soap for very long. So I then put in that bergamot just to give it a sort of more earthy citrus. And then I add Litsea cubica or Mei Chang, which just gives it an extra kick of citrus. It's a very, very strong essential oil, is Litsea. So if you add it to anything, if you're making a lemon soap or an orange soap, then you'll find that it will just give that extra citrus kick that you're looking for if you're only using natural essential oils, which do have a tendency to fade. So those three blended together will give you a nice burst of orangey goodness with the orange as the base. And you can just trial and error with the ratio. This one I've got, I think it's 50% orange, and then the other two cut in half. So 25% of the other two. Okay, I've reached a nice thick trace, ready to pour that then. And hopefully it won't take too long to thicken up in the mould, so I can just texture the top. So let's bring this mould over and pour it in. I love soaps like this, just one colour and like really easy to just make and pour into a mould rather than all the faff of swirling and all that kind of thing. There's just something really satisfying if you've got lots of different batches to make and you've just got this nice simple one at the end of the day. It's really nice and easy to make. Looks like the colour of carrots right now. So the turmeric doesn't exactly exfoliate the skin, but it does give a slight exfoliation, very slight. So it's not like a scrubby soap, but it definitely has something when you use this one. It's one of my favourites to use myself, and actually has become a customer favourite quite quickly, even though it's sort of a nice basic soap. I think some people, well, a lot of my customers actually do really like a nice plain but nice smelling essential oil soap, so all natural soaps. So I do make quite a lot of natural soaps. Okay, so I'm going to wait for a moment and I'm just going to mark out where I need to put my loaves in order, because I've got some mustard seeds to sprinkle on the top. So I'll just do that and I'll be back. Okay, I've just tested just to see that we're ready, and we are pretty much. So I'm going to pull it into the centre. And then I'll probably turn the mould around, because I find it easier to do it that way. So I've marked out lines as well with my spoon, just so that I know I'm pretty much bang on with my lines down there for my loaves. So the only bugbear with these moulds is that you got to kind of try and get it bang on, and it's not the easiest thing to do. And keep it straight. Carefully. Gone off course already. In there. Oh God, this is hard. Okay, just just going to straighten that up a minute. I'll be back. Okay, so I've just brought the middles down with the spoon, just going down like that, just in case I'm off course. It won't be too out of sync, because I don't want one side of the soap to be higher than the other because of weight differences. That's not good. I think I'm all right. I think I've got it pretty much where it needs to be. So I'm just going to sprinkle on these mustard seeds just for a little added effect. Looks like sesame seeds. Okie dokie. So there we go. There is Sunwise soap, and I'll be back to cut it shortly. Ta-ta. Okay, back to cut Sunwise. So let's see what we got. I've just opened up the mould. Pull this out and see. As you can see already, it has faded quite a lot since I made it. Like I told you, it would go like a sort of more of a pastel and peachy colour, which it does. And then inside will be darker, but yeah, it goes a more muted shade. So I just fixed my wire. I've actually filmed it so that you can see how to replace a wire on a soap cutter. Hopefully it's helpful. It's hard to get in and sort of show you close up because the holes where you have to put the wires through are so tiny on those cutters that it's almost impossible to show. But I did my best. Anyway, it's just really to give the idea of how. Sometimes it's one of the trickiest things when you first start making soap and then a wire breaks. You're like, oh, panic, panic. What do I do? Well, I was like that anyway, and then it took me to like watch a couple of YouTube videos on how to replace them. So it's always handy, really. Okay, let's just cut these into loaves. Hope I got my marks in the right place yesterday. Hope and pray. Okay, so you can see inside a very nice sunny yellow colour, and on the top is what the general colour will be when it's finished curing. It looks like I didn't do too bad actually with that first loaf and the marker of where I needed to do the next one. I'm going to have to get that sorted with that mould. Yeah, this next one's not quite on. Slightly off this side, look. Try harder next time. It's not awful, I mean they'll be fine. But yeah, it's not quite right. After I'd made it, I did actually use these blocks that are on the sides of the cutter to measure it out. So it is better than it was, but it's still not bang on. Look, so this one, again, is off course, but I mean, they'll be fine. The weight of the soap should be fine, which we will find out in a minute. Okay. And use the old tank again, now that we fixed the wire on it. Hopefully it won't go again. Please don't go again. Okay, I'm just going to cut a loaf and we'll just see what we've got. So I'll cut one in the middle. Let's hope for the best. Hope for the best. Just turn these on the sides. Like So I've got some room there. Okay. It's rather hard again. That's me doing that water discount. I did quite a bit more yesterday. I think I did almost a 50%, but yeah, it's made it really hard to cut. But manageable. Okay, so this is what it looks like as a finished bar. I love this soap. This is one of my favourites. One of my favourites. So it's just a nice, simple, natural soap that smells very, very, very citrusy. It's lovely. And this one actually smells lovely as soon as you cut it. It's just got a real good, earthy, but rich citrus scent. It's gorgeous. I love this. I love this. So the morning's nearly over, and I think we're taking the afternoon off today. I think Matt and our friend Jamie going skateboarding. That's another wire gone. Good Lord, it's gone again. Okay, that was too thin a wire then. Here we go again. I had a feeling that was going to happen. I didn't think that wire was quite right, but hey ho. Get this other cutter down again then. I'll fix it back again in a bit. Okay, let's get that in there. And use this cutter instead then. It's a pain in the bum. What a pain in the bum. Never mind. Okay, let's cut, just go slightly in with this one. Okay, right, let's do another loaf and then I will finish up and refix the wire. You can see though, it's a quick job of when you know what tools you need as well. Like those snips are really important, like the little tin snips. You definitely need those. Otherwise you won't be able to cut the wire where you need to cut it. And I've tried before and I have succeeded with pliers when I've twisted it and twisted it and twisted it, but it's not ideal. So I'll just cut this loaf and then I'll be gone. I don't know what's going on with my camera at the moment either. There's some weird lighting issue. I don't know what that is. I've got something else to figure out. Something else to do. Right, I'm going to carry on and I will see you for the next video. I don't know what I'm making next. I've got a list as long as my arm again for soap making because I've hardly got anything left on the shelves out the back. So I will be back with plenty more soap cutting and making videos shortly. So I'll leave you with some pictures at the end of this, figure out what's going on with my camera, and I will see you very soon. Ta-ta!